Greetings, everybody. The topic of my talk today is awakening. Burn your old life to the ground and rise from the ashes. Yeah, what is this thing called awakening anyway? What are we talking about? Yeah, most of us believe we are awake. And yes, in a sense, our physical bodies are awake, and even part of our psychological body. But we humans, there's an illusion of being human. And why do I say that? I say that because it's not entirely accurate to say that we are fully humans or we are fully human beings. We're more akin to being a human machine, as the enlightened master Godriff calls it. We're more like a programmed computer or a robot. Let me explain. Most of us, when I say most of us, I'm probably talking about 99.9% of us. Yeah, most of us follow a pre-written script, predictable, repetitive, devoid of spontaneity, and really devoid of the essence of what we are as human beings. The narrative is familiar for most of us. Probably those of us listening, I'd probably say all of us. So we're born, we attend school, and we get a good education. We then acquire a promising career. We get a good job, good marriage, good family, good retirement, and ultimately a good coffin. Along the way, we seek to stay out of trouble as much as we can. We seek to amass as much wealth as we can, sometimes at the expense of others. And then we seek to gain society's approval. Our reputation becomes kind of like the most important thing to us. Being respected by the community, admired, looked up to. Want to become the best, the president or the prime minister. The pastor. Something that gives us some notoriety within the tribe. We seek to become a good tribe member within the confines of the tribe, whatever the tribes approve of. But knowing that this existence is just a program, a dream that we exist in for 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 years. A mechanical existence where we fail to awaken our true essence or awaken the true wonders of what it is to be human, of life itself, of the real reason we came here. In that process, we seek to be as comfortable as we can. It's called the comfort zone, a nest of illusion. Our programmed existence is our comfort zone. It's our nest, our steady resting place. We're dreaming without even recognizing we're dreaming. This comfort zone that we exist in consists of all that we have learned, all our inculcations, our culture, our tradition, our education, our belief systems, our language, our paradigms. Many of it we inherit from we were birth, from we were born. And we keep living from this place. And yeah, many of us may become the most important person in the tribe leader, the prime minister, the president, well-respected person within the tribe, maybe the richest, a billionaire, a trillionaire. Jesus once asked the question, what does it profit a man to gain the whole world but lose his soul? The answer to that question lies in our inability to challenge this comfort zone, which causes us to lose touch with our very soul, the very essence of our being. We cling to the familiar, be it our religion, our education, our cultural norms, and thus we remain a machine, endlessly repeating the same thing, the same patterns, over and over and over until we die. It's not easy to break free from this, because the entire tribe is caught in the same dream. It's a collective dream. Our entire society is built around this dream. We build complexes to facilitate this dream. Religious industrial complexes, educational industrial complexes, military industrial complexes, medical, legal. How do we break free? I'm not here to tell you it's easy to break free. I'm going to tell you that it's very difficult. And that life is difficult. And breaking free is very difficult. In fact, to break free from this requires extreme, tremendous courage, tremendous effort, tremendous energy, and most importantly, some awareness. We won't get full awareness very easily, but at least some awareness. At least the awareness to say, something ain't right here. And all of us have that. Somewhere, somedown, we look at ourselves and we look at people around us, and we'll see just tremendous unhappiness. Everybody fighting, shouting, trying to get one up on the other, trying to outdo the other. Corruption, competition, defamation, anger, violence. We just need to look around and say, something not right here. Something's going on. Just that much awareness. But most of us lack the energy. and the willingness to take that leap into just that much awareness. Yet deep down inside of us, we all know it. Something isn't right here. And because we don't have that energy, that willpower, we're not able to take that effort to just have that little much awareness. And as a consequence, we remain trapped perpetually in this dream. And we remain within the confines of our programmed existence. Very few ever break out. The ones, many of the names we know. I say maybe 0.1% of humanity ever break out, maybe much less than that. So the problem is, we're in a dream and we don't even know we're in a dream. We don't realize that it's a dream. We see everybody fighting and we join the fight. Everybody shouting at each other and we join the shout. We believe that this dream is our reality. And because everyone around us is doing the same thing, it becomes our collective dream. Every now and again, someone wakes up, someone garner enough energy to wake up. But then the rest of us resist that waking up. We fight against them. We defame them. We silence them. And many times we even kill them. For what? For what? Guess somehow they remind us of what's possible. They threaten the illusion of the dream. But here's also a bigger problem within that. The thinking mind, the dreaming self that we so identify with, many call it the ego. It cannot heal itself. It cannot change itself. It does not want to change itself. It cannot transform itself. The only thing we can do in the dream, one of two things, more or less. Yes, we can gain more money, more fame, more attachments, more identifications, more. The more cannot stop. If I have $1 million, I want 10. If I have 10, I want 100. If I have 100 million, I want 1 billion. If I have 1 billion, I want 1 trillion. It's just a dream. It's insatiable. It's an illusion to keep us asleep and caught in this net so that we'll never face ourselves. From the dream, we can never change our essence. We can never transform. We'll never even meet our essence. We cannot within the confines of the dream. So if we can't change ourselves within the dream and we believe the dream is our reality, what can be done? What can be done about it? What can be done? There's only one solution, just one. We have to wake up. What is this wake up? What is it? So you're in a dream, and if you truly pay attention to, this can't be it. This can't be why I came to planet Earth. To be born, get an education, make money, have a family, have a retirement, and then a good coffin, and that's it. And yeah, we keep repeating this lifetimes after lifetimes. Many of us are thousands, if not millions, of lifetime doing the same thing. If we want to wake up, the moment you have a little bit of awareness that something isn't right here, there must be more to life than this. You have to make a radical departure from the familiar, from everything that you've been taught, your entire belief system. How do you do that? Well, it takes tremendous courage, tremendous amount of effort and energy. And yes, while you won't have full awareness, it takes a little bit of awareness. You have to create some amount of space from the busyness within the dream. If you're fully caught into the dream, into identity, attachments, you will never wake up. You'll be so busy there is no space. Yeah, many things can help you at this stage. Meditation is the best. Time with nature can help. You have to quiet the busyness within the thinking, dreaming mind. Because the process is not really about incremental change. It's about a total radical rebirth. You have to be born again. You have to renew your mind. You have to get out of the thinking mind, the ordinary mind. You have to have courage because you have to let go of all that you have been taught, all that you know. And you have to make a radical, powerful leap into nothingness, into no oneness. You have to come out of what you call your knowledge and step into the unknown. That's what awakening is. It's only in this state of no oneness, no thingness, no timeness, no awareness, no place, no time, no where, no one, that true transformation can begin. It doesn't mean that you have gotten to the ultimate. It just means you have started your journey of rebirth to be born again. You have to empty all that you hold sacred, all that you think you know, all the education, or Bob Marley would call it miseducation, all the beliefs, all the religions, all of your sacredness that you uphold as sacred or as pure, because you have to let go of that. You have no idea what's out there in the unknown. And it's difficult. This is where the problem comes in. You have to stand up against the very thing that you call yourself. What's the main struggle? It's the existential struggle for humanity. Some may call it a dark night of the soul. But you have to step away. Consider for a moment that when you consider all the knowledge in the universe, what we human beings know, and I'm talking about all of us, all the libraries in the world, all the knowledge in the world that we know as human beings, what we call knowledge, it's less than 1%, maybe less than 0.1% of all that is available. But we human beings will stick to that 0.1% and kill for it. We hurt ourselves, we hurt each other. But it's the only way out of this dream that we find ourselves in. But here's a problem now too. Part of this problem is that we are so fearful. We fear the unknown. Even if we have a little bit of awareness, or someone comes and shows us a little bit of awareness, we then are overcome, are overwhelmed with fear, and we retreat back into our comfort zone, back into our nests. The only way out is to burn the entire thing down. If we cross the bridge, we burn it down. No retreat. I want to tell you that if you leave one string, one attachment, one identity, just one, you're going to retreat back into that one. You have to unfeather yourself, unfeather your soul. And that's where most human beings will not venture. So less than 0.01% go beyond this point. I have an analogy to explain this. The analogy is a butterfly analogy. It starts out like a lava. 3 stages to this analogy. The lava is the inculcation state. This is the stage where we so simply absorb everything. You can consider a baby growing up. It's like a sponge. It absorbs everything around it, all information. We feed it with our beliefs. We feed the child with our beliefs. At this lava stage, the lava is just taking in everything. All our traditions. It takes everything. All our culture, all our tradition. Takes it all in without questions. And then we become like a human parrot. We just keep repeating it over and over. Those who can repeat it best will climb to the top of the tribe. Consider for a moment that a child of 7 will literally learn 80% of what it will learn in a lifetime. The next 80 years, all they will learn is just another 20%. And that 7-year-old child, everything that has been inculcated will be their fundamental for the rest of their life. We'll call their language their mother language. It becomes a foundation for what they read, how they speak, and everything else to do with language. Not only that, but their religion, their belief system, it's all formed by then. And then they believe they know everything. In fact, by the time they're a teenager, it's very difficult to get anything in. At least anything that's inconsistent with what they learned by the time they were 7. That's the lava stage. Most of us will live and die in that stage, repeating the same life experiences over and over and over and over, not just for one lifetime, but many times, many lifetimes. Never ever venturing out of this lava stage. Within that process, a few of us, maybe 1% of us, will venture deeper into the question, who am I? Why am I here? There's something wrong here. This can't be it. Can't be just that everybody fighting against everybody, everybody killing each other, everybody trying to outdo the other. This cannot be it. And if such a being take a little time to be in nature, to be in the mountains, to be in the rivers, to be in the ocean, to meditate, to empty their minds, to clear their minds, to stop eating all the stuff that keeps us triggered and anxious and bursting with energy, can't stop. Body is not sick, so we can't think about anything but the illness. Illness of the body, illness of the mind. If we take a little time to clean our system, just a little time, we may develop enough energy, enough effort, and enough awareness to enter what I call the caterpillar stage. This is when the caterpillar bursts through the larva and decides to develop its own independence, decides to rebel against all that it has been taught, all that it has been inculcated in. This rebellious stage is a very, very, very important stage, this caterpillar stage. But it requires energy, awareness, and tremendous courage. Because every time your own mind, your own ego, the very thing you call yourself, your own identity, your own attachments, is going to say to you, what the hell are you doing? This is who we are. This is what we know. We're comfortably here. I have a nest here. Where are you going? But if your energy, your awareness, your effort is strong enough, you'll venture into the unknown. And you'll start to question everything that you have been taught. And the more you do this and start to question, the more you will rebel. You will rebel against all the norms that the tribe has taught you. And when you do that, yes, you'll become an outcast. Your very family, your very friends will say, hey, what's happening here? If you really think about it, take the Buddha, for example. He has to escape, jump through a window in a castle in the middle of the night to escape. He was a prince. And for the rest of his life, he lived as a beggar. That's the caterpillar. Jesus had a similar experience. He disappeared when he was 12 years old, never to emerge until he was 30. No one knows where he went, at least not in the irregular story. Burn the bridges. And here's the thing. When you enter the unknown, you can't rely on anything that you've been taught. You really have to go and develop your own sovereignty, your own authority, your own inner guidance. You got to become a sovereign being, relying only on your own intuitive self, your essence, your inner guidance. And when you do this, man, I'm not here to tell anyone that it's going to be easy. It's going to be challenging. There can be many missteps in this area, many trials, many failures. Yet it's a very vital step for the awakening process, very crucial. This is where you develop your muscle and your will. You will not know where you're going. fact, you may not know where your next meal is going to be. Yes, and Jesus has a famous saying where he was teaching and he said, listen, you got to trust. Paraphrasing, of course. If the Heavenly Father provide for the birds, he'll provide for you. You can't go into the future. Definitely can't go into the past. You have to be in the moment and trust. You have to develop tremendous trust with your own will. And there are parts of your mind that may follow you into this process. Keep wanting to push you into the past and into the future. You have to keep emptying your mind. You have to keep emptying your mind. When you're in this stage, you have not yet healed the tremendous energy and effort and awareness. But each moment, relying on your own will, your own sovereignty, and your own authority, you're building the necessary muscles. When you start this process, it's going to be like someone going to the gym for the first time. You won't have the muscles. You got to take effort to develop those muscles. You walk alone. You're like a lion in the jungle, no longer in the crowd or in the pack. Tremendous courage. And then, still not the end of the journey. And in fact, I don't even recommend that people rush this stage, because you want to make sure you develop those muscles. You step into the next process. It's called a metamorphosis. And this metamorphosis is the butterfly stage, where the transformation from a caterpillar to a butterfly takes place. The caterpillar cannot turn into a butterfly. It's nothing to do with the caterpillar. Yes, the caterpillar have to first develop the muscles, but at a certain stage, it must completely surrender. Completely. Jesus have another famous phrase, not my will, but thy will be done. At this stage, you have to relinquish control. Your own will, your own energy, your own effort, your own awareness, and trust the divine. It's a process of profound surrender. You're no longer the doer. You become a vessel for the higher consciousness. To just flood into you, to just flow into you. The transformation, the downloads, you've opened yourself. You've gone through the process of deep breathing, deep meditation. You've decalcified your pineal gland and your higher chakras, your energy system. You have purified yourself to receive the divine. You've turned your body into a temple for the divine to come in. You've cleansed your system of all unwanted energies, of all unwanted entities. Guruji called it crystallizing your system. You're clean. And then you surrender. In the caterpillar stage, you're searching and you're seeking. And this searching and seeking is necessary to develop trust, to develop awareness, to develop love, In the caterpillar stage, you really embody no one, no place, no time, nowhere, no identity, no attachments. You can't enter the gateless gate with attachments and identity and ego. Nothing, no thing, no one. You're unattached. There's no one here. Someone comes and try to defame you, there's no one to defame. Someone comes and try to kill you, there's no one to kill. Someone comes to try and embarrass you, there's no one to embarrass. There's just no one here. Do what you do. Say what you say. There's not even someone here to respond. You relinquish and release. Just no one here. And when you embody that enough, only then are you clean enough for the divine to enter. It's a gateless gate, but one has to be prepared for it. Only then are you ready to commune with the divine, your true self, which is no self, your true form, which is no form, your true emptiness, which is no emptiness, just in awareness. And it dissolves. It dissolves into the divine. The metamorphosis takes place. Thy will be done. Becoming the butterfly is the metaphor. It's the perfect metaphor for spiritual transformation and spiritual awakening. The larva represents our programmed nature, our mechanical existence, the way we ordinarily live. All of us. All of us. The trillionaires, the billionaires, the famous ones, the poor ones, the religious ones, the politicians ones. All of us are just part of the game. We're all in the lava. If you watch the Matrix movie, it's all of us in the Matrix. All of us. We're all in the Matrix. We're all caught in a dream. Living our lives. Whatever program we're running, we're just a robot running a program. The few people who have broken out are in the caterpillar stage. They're now being able to see the matrix and to recognize that it's a dream. Doesn't mean their lives get any easier. If anything, it gets more difficult. And as you remember from the movie, many were trying to get back into the matrix. Yeah. Get back into the dream. And that's why you, if you really truly want to wake up, got to burn that connection. Yeah. The caterpillar symbolizes that part of the struggle for independence, the search for the truth, the search for the ultimate, seeking that independence, that sovereignty, that own personal authority. Yeah, he represents that. Yeah. And as you know, it's not an easy stage, but it's building the necessary muscles, the necessary consciousness, the necessary awareness. And finally, the butterfly embodies the awakened soul. It's the stage where when we surrender to the divine and is filled with grace, free, radiant, at oneness, at one with the divine. Yes, that's the symbolism of that metaphor. Yes, very few of us, but it's our destiny. It's all of our destiny. It's all in us. But here's the trick. Here's the thing. When you reach that stage, you finally realize that you are never really separate from the divine. The divine has always been within you, waiting for you to wake up, waiting. Jesus have a saying that when your eyes become one, he's talking about awakening your pineal gland. Some of us call it our third eye or our fourth eye. When we're able to awaken that essential part of us and raise our frequency and our vibration into that state. And open our sacred eye, our multidimensional eye, our mystical eye. Jesus had another saying, he who have eyes to see, let him see. He who would have ears to hear, let him hear. We all have physical eyes. We all have physical ears. We all see and we all hear. It's not talking about our physical eyes, not talking about our physical ears. It's talking about our mystical eyes, our mystical ears. We all have it, but we all haven't awakened it. And so we keep on playing this game in this dream. Killing each other, not recognizing that when we kill each other, we kill ourselves. Harming each other, not recognizing that when we harm each other, we harm ourselves. This is the only time we experience freedom, transformation, and enlightenment. When we do, welcome home, my good and faithful brothers and sisters. You are, you've always been the light of your soul. You've always been what you're seeking for, what you're searching for. All you needed was to wake up. That's all we need. Rise from the ashes, burn away the illusion, and embrace your true essence, your true self. This is the path of awakening, the path of freedom, transformation, and enlightenment. If any of this sounds and resonate with you, if any of it, then let's go on this journey together. Let's take this walk together. It's not a crowd walk. It's not a crowded walk. It's an individual walk. together we can take this individual walk. And yes, I recognize that 99.9% of the people on the planet will not understand what I'm talking about. It has always been that way. It has always. I don't know that it will always be that way, because the very earth that we live on is transitioning into a higher dimension, into a higher frequency. It's also part of the reason why we find so much resistance at this particular time. The entire planet is transitioning. And so there's a call from the planet, from Pachamama, Gaia, for its children to awaken. We are the children. We are the ones that we've been looking for. You are the one that you have been looking for. You are the one. If you're one of those or one of us who look around us and are saying to yourself, there's something wrong here, if you are that one, then it's time. It's time for your transformation. It's time for you to become independent, sovereign, and your own authority. It's time for you to search and seek. And the time will come when you have developed the requisite effort, energy, and awareness, and have cleansed your system and open your inner eye for you to surrender, for the divine to enter. The divine is always trying to enter. The divine has always been there. In fact, you are the divine. You're just sleeping. So the divine can't enter. The divine in you cannot manifest itself because your free will has not surrendered and you have not cleansed yourself of unwanted energies and entities. This is the time. I love you. I send you all my peace and all my love. May divine grace descend on you. May you recognize in yourself that there's something wrong in this dream, and it's time for you to wake